Hello, music lovers. How are you? How was your weekend? I'm just popping in for a cuppa and a catch up. So I've taken to having my tea in a thermal mug all the time because I thought I just seem to be drinking cold tea a lot of the time. Well, I hope you're okay. As you can hear, I've got a bit of a cold again, which is getting boring. I'm also wearing a hat because after the weekend I've had, my hair is unbelievable. So if anyone's coming to the studio today, yeah, I apologise in advance for I think what my nan used to call looking like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, or however the saying goes. So yeah, what do I have to tell you? So at the weekend, let me tell you about my weird weekend. So we've been going to the network at City Eye Filmmakers Network in Southampton at the invitation of our lovely Glenn, who has been a videographer and a photographer and fellow creative and friend for a long time. And we've been going to their network, and they introduced us to the 48-hour film challenge, which is which comes out of Portsmouth. And every year, the people that run it give a brief on the Friday night. So there's a brief that goes up on the Friday night at 5 p.m. and it tells you all of the things that you have to do. So you have to this is the genre of the film. It has to include this sort of line and all the various other sort of criteria. They call them obstructions because it's meant to be deliberately difficult. So you get all of that on the Friday at 5 p.m. on Friday, and then by 5 p.m. on Sunday you have to submit your finished film, 2 minutes long. I threw my hat in the ring and got myself on a team to take part in this. And I must admit, I know it was really stressful for some of you guys. It was really stressful for some of the people on my team, but I had a great time. I just want to say thank you very much. I had a brilliant time. It was completely my intention that everyone else would make the film, and on the Sunday, Chris and I would score it. That was what was going to happen in my mind. But I went to the production meeting on the Friday night to discuss initial ideas, and want to be a team player and want to be part of it, and wanted to part of the excitement of it for me is actually getting to be on set, because a lot of the time things that we're scoring for are happening somewhere else in the world, and we're working remotely and very rarely get to be on set or be that much part of the filming process. And of course the genre comes up and it's space opera. Now I'm thinking that's just a soap opera in space, isn't it? That's what that means. But my team decided to interpret this as no, it's an opera that happens in space. So pretty much the only thing that got decided on the Friday night was that I was an alien opera singer, and that is almost as far as it got. So there were a couple of other ideas. Anyway, the long and short of it is, if you've seen any of my social media in the last couple of days, you will have seen me covered in blue body paint. First time for me, blue body paint, and I have to say I very much enjoyed it. It was a long time. It took a long time. That's the longest amount of time I've spent getting ready. Probably it's got to be 15 years, probably. But yeah, loads and loads of fun. I did get bored halfway through, sort of putting the makeup on, and to amuse myself, was thinking, wouldn't it be really funny that all of these makeup videos you see with these, girls with the amazing makeup and giving you makeup tips and how to do all these incredible makeup tips, and there's just me with a sponge and some blue paint just troweling it on. So I did a couple of stupid videos just to amuse myself, and thank you for those of you who share my sense of humor and found it funny. the one I particularly enjoyed was talking about how authenticity in my work is really important, which is true, it is. And that my writing is all about connecting with people on a human level, which it's very true, it is. And then I'm just covering myself in blue paint. That sort of thing is very funny to me. So yeah, we managed to finish the filming. We skidded into the deadline to finish the filming. We really did skid into the deadline to get it edited and uploaded, to the point where I don't think we knew certainly I didn't know for a further 24 hours whether or not we actually made it, but we did. So there's an award ceremony for this. If you're in the Portsmouth area, it sounds like it's going to be a scream, actually. If you like fancy dress and you like silly events, and you're even remotely interested in indie film, it's at the Wedge in Portsmouth on Saturday, and there's going to be a gala screening of all of the films. So there's about 30 32-minute films, and one of which was my team. And and you can come along, and it's dress to impress or fancy dress. So think the Oscars in space. I'm going to do my best to go as my character, because aside from anything else, it saves me from having to think of what else I'm going to wear. But I have also bought myself some blue hair extensions, so this could be fun. This could be a lot of fun. It's going to be great. So if you're in the Portsmouth area and you want to grab a ticket, I'd love to see you there. Just I'll be the one in the blue with the blue face. And and there's a handful of awards for various things. For best film, sound design, and various other stuff. So that's going to be great, and that is why my because not only was my face blue, but I had all kinds of mousse and blue hairspray and all kinds of stuff in my hair. And although I promise I have washed it, it still feels and looks really weird. So probably even worse by next Sunday, but that's the price we pay for our art, isn't it? So that was there's a little update about my crazy weekend. I also wanted to give you an update about the One Girl, One Guitar project. Huge thank you to everybody who has shown an interest in it. Big hi there and hello to everybody who's joined the mailing list to get updates from my One Girl, One Guitar project. This was where last September I declared that I was going to release an acoustic single every 2 weeks. And at the time, I said I was going to do it for a year. So this is what I'm working up to tell you. But I just want to say, huge thank you to everybody. I've had some really, really lovely comments. Fataya magazine, in particular, have reviewed every single release. They've said some really, really lovely things, despite the fact that it's been really varied. The genre has been really varied. Some of it was covers, one of them was a Christmas song. One of them was an original song written by John, not by me. And it's been great. So what's happened is some really cool things have come out of that. So I'm working. I met some new creatives through that who I'm now working with, which is really cool, and I'm really, really enjoying that process. But I'm only going to do one more. I'm going to do one more One Girl, One Guitar single in this format, and then I'm going to reformat it a little bit. So a couple of things have happened where I've just lost the headroom that I had, the lead room. So I was ill at Christmas, and I still have got the tail end of pleurisy, which I think is why it's all flared up again. Where I've been had a crazy weekend. And when I first started it, I had a handful, so that they were, I was a few weeks in front, and what's happening is that I've lost that headroom, and everything that I'm recording is just really rushed. So rather than persist in doing it for another 6 months and it either, it not quite be what I wanted, I decided I'm going to wrap it up now. So I'm going to do one more, and then in April I'm releasing an EP, which will be slightly more, I'm aiming for April, a slightly more polished body of work. So it's been really good fun, and I think I needed that. I needed, it was a songwriting project for me, really. I just had so many songs in my head and didn't really know what to do with them, and wanted to wanted to have some time releasing some singles. And it's been, by the time we finished it, it would have been I think it's 13 songs, so 13 singles. So that's just over half what I said I would originally do. But yeah, now that I've lost that headroom to be able to really work on it properly, I don't want to just send you out 6 months worth of songs that are rushed and not really finished, not really crafted as I and you deserve. So I really want to again just say thank you to everybody who's everybody who's expressed an interest in that. I think I was kind of wearing everyone out as well. Like, there's loads of radio DJs have supported it. We've got loads of radio stations that have played, given at least a handful of spins to every single release. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the support. And what I will send you next will be that little bit more considered, that little bit more polished. There was something else I was going to say about that, and it's gone. It has gone. I'll have a sip of tea while I think. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. So it's all going out on streaming, digital streaming platforms that you can get wherever you get your music, and on my Bandcamp, which is where I'm focusing most of my efforts as an artist at the moment. And what I found was that there was a technical glitch there that I hadn't anticipated. So in the days of iTunes, you used to be able to update an album with a new track, and then when you go into when you go to when the listener goes to visit that, you can just update your album and buy the new tracks. And that I don't know why, I just assumed you'd be able to do that on Bandcamp, and that is my fault. I am sorry for those of you who've been affected by this. So what happened was that the people who purchased it early on then couldn't get the new tracks because I was adding a single to the album on Bandcamp. So effectively I'm like penalizing the people who jumped on the bandwagon with me really early with it, which is the absolute last thing that I want. So it's been a fun format, and it may well be something, I don't know, I might come back to in a shorter stint, maybe with a little bit more preparation. And I'm just keeping up with the promo and everything. It was crazy. It was fine. Everything was fine until I got sick, and then I was ill for like 6 weeks, and I just lost the headroom. So all of that music is still there. I'll still use it as I'll still use it as a reward for jumping on my bandwagon and joining my Patreon and all of those other things that you can do. So if you're relatively new, that body of work is still there for you to listen to and enjoy at your leisure. So we'll have one more single with one girl, one guitar, and I'm really excited to work on, to tell you about the new EP. So alongside all of this, and this is where, you know, it's not till I say it out loud that I realise how crazy it is. We're still working on a band album between John and Chris and I. Matching diaries with us three is a nightmare. So if any of you have seen us play live in the last year, excuse me, it's becoming it's becoming like a solar eclipse, trying to get the three of us together. But so yeah, John and Chris and I are still working on our studio album, and so One Girl, One Guitar has led to like a solo EP that I'll be releasing, hopefully, fingers crossed, in April, around about April, May time, called Love, Hope, Nostalgia. And I'm going to do some original songs. I'm going to release some quite significant rewrites of some old songs, and some covers as well, some like acoustic-y, folky, poppy, acoustic singer-songwritery reimagined versions of a cover that I'm sure some of you will know. So that's what's going on with me. If you want to hang out, I'm on Zoom on Wednesday at 6. So if you have been before, it's just the same link. If you haven't been before and you want to come out and have a chat and have a two-way conversation, which is nice for me, please do just send me a message. So wherever you are, if you're watching this on YouTube, just drop me a link in the comments and we can sort that out. If you're on Facebook, then DM the page. And if you're on Twitter, tweet me. Don't DM me on Twitter. I only say that because if you want a quick response, it's much quicker to at me than it is to DM me on Twitter. But yeah, you're very welcome to come along. So that's UK time, London time, whatever the time difference is where you guys are. We do it pretty much every week, 6 till 7 p.m. So you can come and just come and say hi, and we have a chat, and we play some music and have a sing and a general muck around. So if you're coming to that, I look forward to seeing you then. I will organise my hair a bit better, and I look forward to catching up with you then. So if you're watching live, thank you. I'm still getting my head around this new software, so I can see that some people are watching, but I don't know who it is. So hi, thank you, and thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you on the flip side. Oh, there's a little love. Mwah, whoever that was. Hey, you guys. So, I can see some comments. Sorry, this must be so painful for people who are good with technology. Pepito, watching live. Hi, Pepito. And Craig. Hello, Craig. Wheeze. Looking glamorous, honeybee. Thank you. I belatedly realised after I desperately went to grab this hat because of the state of my hair that it matches my top. I mean, with what I'm wearing, you would think that I organised that, wouldn't you? Ta-da! Some hashtag spring fashion or whatever it is that's going on TikTok at the moment. Thanks, you guys. That was really nice. I belatedly just noticed that that's there. I can post a comment to reply to you. Maybe we'll do that later. There's a little smile. Maybe give me a sign. Give me a sign if you can see it. James. Hi, James from New Hampshire. Poor James was one of the people. Hi, James. One of the people who got caught in a desperate link on Bandcamp. just going in an awful scream loop of you click on this and it goes back to there, and I'm trying to buy this one and it won't show up, and not only can you not buy it, but you couldn't listen to it either. So this is one of the reasons why I'm going to wrap up this whole single release thing and go back to a slightly reformed format of I'll do a little EP, but I'm going to do them more frequently because I've enjoyed the momentum. I've enjoyed I've enjoyed having a lot to do and having an outlet for having lots and lots of ideas all at the same time, and not being too cornered into is this going in the live set? Is this for a project that we're currently working on? Does it fit on a body of work with an album? You know, an album is a huge amount of work, and it takes it takes a long time, and I'm just not that patient anymore, certainly not at the moment. I'm sure I'll come back to the album another day, but yeah, I'm gonna go EPs. And so thank you, James, for your support through that awful technology glitch that we were experiencing. I did reach out to Bandcamp to ask them, but I didn't get an answer in a time frame that was at all helpful. That's not fair. Sorry, Bandcamp. Yeah, I wanted an answer pretty quickly, and somebody to just go, yeah, press this button and it'll be fine. And that didn't happen. So thank you again, James. And James is a lovely member of my Facebook group as well. It's very lovely man who enjoys indie music, I think. So I'm really glad that you're here, James. Lovely to see your little name pop up. Oh, this is nice. I can see you guys. Anyway, I'm sure you've got things to do, and so have I, to be honest. I'm procrastinating the next thing now. Cheers. Wee says, love your Starry Sky backdrop. Oh, it's so good, isn't it? I love it's one of my bucket list things to go and see Starry Night. Which way do I need to move? Starry Night at the gallery. But, I put it up behind me during lockdown so that I actually get to look at it the vast majority of the time. That one there is the Sunflowers, which I did see. I took myself off to see it in January. It's at the National Gallery in London. I thought it was in Amsterdam all these years. And the only reason, I'm ashamed to say, the only reason I knew it was at the National Gallery was because of the Just Stop Oil protest, and they poured soup all over it. I've been to Amsterdam twice and not managed to get into the Van Gogh Museum. I've been really disappointed both times, only to discover that one of my favourite paintings was in London all along. That would learn me, wouldn't it? Anyway, but I think I have done my homework with Starry Night, and I think Starry Night is at the Met in New York. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. And I think it's also about this big, whereas my one is that big. But anywho, lovely to see you guys. Now that I'm getting my head around this new streaming software, I will pop in for a chat when I can, and yeah, give us a shout. So if you're around tomorrow night and you want to hang out, come and say hi. And it'd be lovely to see your lovely faces, and have a proper gas. I will keep you posted with what's going on this end. If you want to grab a ticket for what is going to be, I think, hoopla on Saturday. It's the DV 48-hour DV challenge, or the DV 48-hour challenge, or something like that, at the Wedgwood Rooms in Portsmouth on Saturday the 11th. Dress to impress, or fancy dress, and the theme for the film this year was space opera. So all of you like cosplay guys and all of that, have at it. I will be there with my alien hair and my blue face. Love you guys. Take good care. I will see you soon.